to begin.
Hello everybody, RDU here. Tonight we got some more cards. I mean, the video is probably gonna air the day after, but I'm just doing it as soon as the reveal stream ended and we saw the cards on the website. Anyways, we got some new cards, and I also want to cover the Madame Lazul because I didn't cover it in my previous video, since it wasn't released then. So, let's start. Messenger Raven. How is this card? 3 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, discover a mage minion. Okay. So, what are the best targets that you would want to discover? 3 mana, 3/2, draw a card is like decent, but it depends what you want to do with the card. Hunter already has a 3 mana 2/2 that discovers a minion from your deck. This discovers a mage minion. Mage minions aren't that exciting, but there are some high rolls. One of them, Khadgar, which I'm gonna talk about very soon. One of the others, Antonidas, comes to my head as like one of the potential high rolls. Other than that, I don't know what you would want. Maybe Sorcerer's Apprentice, maybe Kirintor Mage. There are a lot of high quality minions. I think this is gonna be good depending on like how Tempo Mage is going to fare into the meta and how good it is to pick up a Kirin or an Antonidas. But it's very hard to evaluate the card. Stats wise, you're a bit underpaying, but is that gonna be enough to make it be played? Like, this card for sure has a chance to see play. All the Discover cards have a chance to see play. I'm just not 100%. It's too hard to evaluate it right now. I'm gonna say it's good card, but not amazing. So, on a system up to 5, I would rate it 3. Power of Creation. Discover a 6-cost minion, summon 2 copies of it. Getting 2 6-mana minions for 8 mana is obviously very good deal. If you pick it based on stats. Yeah, I feel like this card can see play on its own. It's pretty strong. It's even more broken with Khadgar. 10 mana combo, you summon 4 6-mana minions. That's really good. I feel like Khadgar Tempo Mage is going to work. Mostly because Khadgar is broken. But this card is also good. I would say it's very good. 3.5 out of 5 if I would have to rate it. But yeah, really nice card. Powerful. Khadgar now. This is like broken. 2 mana 2/2. Doesn't say much. But your cards that summon minions summon twice as many. This is like so much combo potential. Even if right now you don't have enough tools to make it work, but we probably do. In the future, it's definitely gonna like see work, and you're gonna construct a deck around it with like tempo based cards. And when you hit this, it's like insane. When you don't hit it, it's like okay, something like that. But it's pretty sweet. I really like the card. And it's another card that is a hero as a card, similar to how Madame Lazul is both. That's pretty interesting. I like it. Yeah, not much more to say. Like, we need to see more cards, but now they have to be very careful with what type of card they print, because Khadgar can just make them broken. Traveling Healer. Neutral. 4 mana 3/2 Divine Shield. Battlecry, restore 3 health. It's pretty bad. If you want to compare it to Silver Hand Knight, I think is the name, for 1 mana 3/3 Divine Shield. It has 1 less health, and for that it offers you the Farseer effect of healing 3. I just don't know where you would want that. I mean, maybe it's not completely unplayable. Shroom Brewer saw some play. This is similar, I would say. A bit weaker maybe than Shroom Brewer. 4/4 is like better rounded. The Divine Shield is worth it. The Divine Shield is worth like 2 health usually on a 4 mana minion. I don't know how I came up with that, but that's how I estimate it. So, it's kind of like a 4 mana 3/4 restore 3 health. Probably not gonna see play. But it's not like absolutely terrible. In Arena, you can play it, I guess. Unidentified Contract. Destroy a minion, gain a bonus effect in your hand. This is a throwback at the cards we just got rid of, which gain a bonus effect in your hand. I don't know if I like this mechanic. I kind of understand that they want to do a callback, a throwback to like some of these cards, but not my favorite mechanic because it's super swingy. Especially on the unidentified mole, it was a disaster. Anyways, for 6 mana, it destroys a minion, so basically assassination, but 1 more mana. And for 1 more mana, you pay for the effect. And I think the effect was you either deal the damage to adjacent minions, so kind of like betrayal. Betrayal, but better. Is it better? Yeah, it's better because you also kill the minion. So like you get betrayal on top of already killing the minion. It's pretty solid. Another one was summoning a 1/1 stealth, which is already a rogue minion for 3 mana. Pretty solid again. Another one was giving you 2 coins, which is very good. Counterfeit coin saw play in the main deck of rogue. This can maybe make auctioneer good again. Maybe not, it's too expensive. But you go for this on 6, and then on 7 you go auctioneer coin and like prep something. It could work. I'm just saying that maybe you don't want to play 2 of these, but you never know. Yeah, it seems like a very powerful card. It's definitely gonna see play. It's an air quotations replacement for Vilespine. And you can prep it. 3 mana only with the prep. If you prep this, and then you get the coins. It's pretty solid. Yeah, I like it. I like it, and I'm afraid of it. Because if you hire some of the effects that you want, when you want them, it can be very threatening card. Hench Clan Burglar. 4 mana for free, so piloted shredder stats. Discover a spell from another class. Not bad. You draw a card. And usually another class is like opponent's class. But maybe it's not in this case. It's not really clearly specified. I think it's opponent's class usually. So you discover a spell. It's kind of like hallucination, but only for spells, not for minions. On a 4 mana 4/3, it might just be okay. Maybe you'll play it because like you have no better 4-drops. But it's not an amazing card. Being a pirate is a plus. It's a good pirate. So it works with like the pirate card draw mechanic. But yeah, it's a good card. Decent. Haste Baron Togwaggle. Ooh. This one is sweet. 6 mana 5/5. Okay. If you control a Lucky, which is not that hard to do. Like you can just do it on 7, play Lucky and then play this. Bam. Choose a Fantastic Treasure. And those Fantastic Treasures, I looked over them, they're very good. Like one of them was like, draw 3 cards and they cost 0. One of them was similar to the Golden Monkey, but only affected your hand. So like changed all the cards in your hand to legendaries. And another one was like summoning legendaries, I think. Basically, it's very similar to what? It's kind of like Golden Monkey and Rafam, 2-in-1. Actually, okay, it's similar to the card that is to Marin the Fox. It's very similar to Marin the Fox, but you get to pick which one you want. It's not random. It's very solid card. It's a value card for rogues. That's pretty weird because like rogues didn't have this kind of option in the past. Now they can like play fatigue in a way. They can go infinite with like the new card that shuffles copies of a card. Imagine if you shuffle copies of this card into your deck. You can go completely off the rails. You play one of these every single turn. Like if you have a way to like make multiple Lackeys and just have a Lackey every single turn for this guy, and you go Lackey this guy every turn, and then you pick the card that like summons legendaries, it's insane. I'm in love and a bit scared. Rogue seems to have gotten pretty good cards, and Rogue already has really good classic cards, so it's gonna be very interesting how it's gonna play out. But Rogue seems to be getting some juicy cards. Wrench Caliber. I get it. It's a word play on Excalibur. Haha. After your hero attacks, shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck. So basically, 4 mana 3/2, you shuffle 2 bombs. Fiery War Axe is 3 mana, so you pay 1 more mana for this. But okay, nobody plays Fiery War Axe at 3 mana. So it's worth like It was broken at 2 mana. Almost nobody plays it at 3 mana, so 2.5 mana. So you pay 1.5 mana for like 2 bombs? Sure, that's good. I think it's fine. I think it will see play in Warrior. Especially if you want to play with the next card, Blast Monster Boom. This will see play. It might even see play outside of Blast Monster Boom, but I feel like you're gonna have to play Bomb Warrior if you play it, because they're kind of like forcing the mechanic with like how strong this card looks like. So, this is basically Dr. Boom. 7 mana, 7/7. Only for Warrior. And it summons at least... Okay, not at least. It summons Boom Bots depending on how many bombs your opponents have in the deck. But they don't need to have that many bombs for this to be efficient. 1 bomb already gives you Dr. Boom. 2 bombs, better Dr. Boom. I'm really curious if this card is going to see play, because I feel like it will, and I feel like it will be pretty strong. Imagine how strong this will be with the Dr. Boom hero, which gives your mechs rush, to have the Boom Bots having rush. It's going to be insane. If you manage to put some bombs into your opponent's deck before, which you can do with Range Caliber. So Warrior got 2 really sweet tools, and they'll get one more that I will talk later about. Actually, let's just jump to it. Clockwork Goblin, 3 mana, 3/3 mech, so it has rush when Dr. Boom is active. Shuffle a bomb into your opponent's deck, and as all the other bombs do, when it explodes, 5 damage. And there's already a 5 mana 5/5 that also shuffles a bomb. I'm not sure if you want to play that many bomb cards, but you have basically a 3 mana card, a 4 mana card, and a 5 mana card that put bombs into your opponent's deck. So maybe you just play them all and go for the curve. I can definitely see that happening. And you don't mind it if your opponent draws the bombs, you deal 5 damage. And the question is, can Warrior afford to play understated minions? Like 3 mana 3/3 is not ideal, even if it's a mech. 4 mana 3/2 is not ideal, even if it puts bomb in your opponent's decks. So maybe you will not play all 3 of Range Caliber, Clockwork Golem, and the 5 mana card. I think his name was Siforium Bomber. Maybe just play 2 of them. Probably the new released ones, the weapon and this. I feel like it's gonna take players a little bit of time to figure out what's the amount of bomb cards you want to play to still have like a good working Hearthstone deck. But I feel like Bomb Warrior will work, but it will not be broken. Without being an odd deck, so no Baku, I feel like the 2 armor hero power is kind of weak. But every single game where you're going to be able to play the Dr. Boom hero and change your hero power, Warrior is going to be threatening. But it will be beatable. You can beat them by killing them. And like, obviously, that sounds like bad. But right now, it's very hard for some decks to be able to kill Warriors. And they just win by pressing the armor up hero power. This will not be the case. They will need to like fight for the board with you. They will need to fight, race you. I don't know. So you have some ways of beating them by rushing them down, I guess. I wonder what anti-aggro cards they can play to make their matchups better, but anyways. Dr. Boom Scheme. Gain 1 armor, upgrades each turn. 4 mana. It's a bit too expensive. Like, how many turns are you going to hold it until you get value out of it? You hold it 10 turns, it gives you like 10 armor or 11 armor. Sure, that's good. But do you have 10 turns to wait with a dead card in your hand? It's an awful top deck. If it's your last card, what do you do? That's the thing. I feel like it won't see play. And if it sees play, it will see playing like some fatigue type of warrior. Which, how do you build that? Without Deadman's Hand and without Baku? Seems like a dead card. But it fits the theme of like warrior. Just a lot of armor. But it won't see play. It's too slow. That's the thing with schemes. I talked about it in the other video. They're awful top decks. And they need to be like tempo utilized somewhere in the middle of the game. Something like this that you have to wait the whole game to be good. I don't know if it's good enough. Okay. Evil Cable Rat. 2 mana 1/1. Add a Lucky to your hand. Luckies are 1 mana overstated. So 1 mana worth like 2 mana. This is 2 mana worth a Wisp. And you get a 1 mana card that is worth 2 mana. So you make plus 1 mana on the other card. So this is like a 1 mana 1/1. Still wouldn't play it. probably not gonna see play, but my mathematic way of like evaluating this is not always correct, because sometimes you just want lackeys in your deck for like other combos that also grant you like value. So for example, if you're playing the Haste Baron Togwaggle and you don't have that many ways of making lackeys, maybe you're gonna still have to play the Evil Cable Rat, even though Evil Cable Rat is not really good value. But this card is not really good value, so it probably won't see play. But again, if a deck really wants lackeys, it's not the worst card. And I already talked about the Globlin. Madame Lazul. Broken. 3 mana, 3/2. And you basically draw a card. But, first of all, it's from your opponent. Similar to Draconid Operative, but on their hand. It's basically a Draconid Operative on their hand. So you get information of 3 cards they have in their hand. That's huge. That's insane. Also, sometimes when people are playing against Draconid Operative, what they are doing was like they're holding onto some cards to their hand so that the opponent cannot copy them. What are you gonna do now? Throw some important cards so that Madame Lazul doesn't hit them? Then you might not draw them. So this is like really good. It's, in my opinion, better than Draconid Operative. I feel like it's a fantastic card, and it will see play in every single priest deck. Bold call. Let's go. I was wrong before about some cards, but I was also right about some others. So I might not be the best evaluator, but the more I think about this card, the more I like it. And I think it's like going to be super strong. I'm not sure if Priest is going to be super strong, but if Priest is going to be strong and he's going to see play, Madame Lazul is going to be there. So hopefully I'm not wrong, but that's my prediction on the card. It's insane. It's sick. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm running out of adjectives to describe it because my vocabulary is pretty limited. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the cards that they revealed. Still very little, more than 100 cards left. 107 to be more precise. So expect more videos about my card reviews. I like doing them in like shorter bursts because I can like use more of my energy to do the review. Whereas if I would do like one longer review, I would like run out of energy midway and then I maybe like misevaluate a card. Right now I'm giving my whole attention to the cards that I'm evaluating and I'm trying to give you like a good perspective on the cards. And I might not be sure of every single card also because maybe we're missing some synergies, but overall I feel like I can give you a pretty good idea of what each card looks like. And until now, I feel like the power level is really high and the exciting level is also really high. Like a lot of these combos are really interesting and I cannot wait to play with them. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe if you did. It's like the best way to support the channel and make me keep making a lot of videos about Hearthstone. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.